Happy Friday, my friends. I am actually sitting on my deck. This is the very same spot that I sat for my first ever Facebook Live last year. And I was scared shitless when I did it the first time. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to go Facebook Live and tell everybody. So a lot of things that I talk about come from conversations that I have regularly. And when I hear something a lot and when I have the same conversation a lot throughout the week, then I know like, oh, that's the thing that I'm supposed to talk about. So weekly weigh-ins. I want to give you my weekly weigh-in, aka my opinion, on having weekly weigh-ins or daily weigh-ins if that's what you're into. So I was talking to a friend of mine recently and we were talking about accountability groups and we were talking about, having weekly weigh-ins, and I was like, I'm going to be honest, I won't do it. I don't want to be a part of a group that does weekly weigh-ins, and I want to explain why. So I get accountability, I get wanting to be a part of a group, and I get having the conversation with people, knowing that you're not in your journey alone and being a part of something and people that have your back on your journey. I wholeheartedly understand that and love to be a part of those groups. Weighing in shouldn't be a part of it. So weighing yourself weekly, what happens is that scale does not determine anything. It doesn't determine how much fat you've lost. It doesn't determine how much success you've had in your plan or hitting your goals. All it tells you is a digital number. It tells you a number on a scale. That doesn't necessarily mean that you lost fat. A lot of times we have these groups, we set up these groups that set people up for a failure because we're coming in and we're meeting and saying, okay, how much weight have you lost? Let's focus on steadily decreasing the number on the scale. So say you have two people that come in and you have one person who has eaten healthfully all week, who has done, workouts and feels really good and is like, man, I have all this energy and I'm feeling great, and goes in and they didn't lose any weight. And then you have another person that has come in that has maybe restricted their calories and under-eaten and overdid their workouts, and they lost some muscle mass, they lost some bone density, they lost some water weight, they lost things that they needed. So they come in, they step on the scale and they've lost weight, and we're celebrating the achievement and success. And the other person who is feeling great and feeling good is then told, you didn't do it, you didn't do enough. And it doesn't make any sense. That scale is not an indicator of how well you're doing. It's not an indicator of what's going on inside of your body. It, quite frankly, doesn't give you a whole lot of information other than the weight of your body. That doesn't mean you've lost fat. It doesn't mean you're doing a great job. And it certainly shouldn't be that indicator. It certainly shouldn't be the report card that we come in and grade ourselves with. Get rid of the scale. And the one thing that I really want to ask is, if you are still decreasing the number on the scale and you're still coming in with no energy and you're still not feeling good and there's mental warfare going on in your brain, is that success? Does that mean that you're doing a good job? What's the point of losing the weight? What's the point of the number on the scale going down if you still feel the exact same way that you do right now? What I want to get across is, if the goal is to feel good, if the goal is to feel more energy and vibrant and vitality and like you are living your best life, then let's use that as our report card. Let's use that as our indicator. Let's use that to determine what we need to change and what we need to do more of and maybe a little less of. Use feeling good as the indicator. The scale doesn't tell you anything. How you feel gives you all the information you'll ever need. If you want to feel good, if you want to live better, happier, and healthier, throw that scale out the window and focus on feeling good. Have a fantastic Friday. I will talk to you all soon.